Give you a day. Hooray, hooray.
Hooray.
It's your birthday.
It's your birthday.
Annabelle Ray.
Whoa, original. Original.
Get it in there?
What? Original.
Alright. I'll do one more while I'm up here. Okay. This I wrote a few years ago in my fruity phase. It's called If You Were a Fruit. If you were a fruit, what would you be? If you were a fruit, what would you see? If I were a fruit, I'd be a papaya. If I were that fruit, I couldn't get higher. If your love was a fruit, what would it be? If your love was a fruit, what would it see? If my love was a fruit, it'd be a rambutan. If my love was a fruit, I'd be getting it on. If your heart was a fruit, what would it be? If your heart was a fruit, what would it see?
Woo woo! Yeah.
I see mango.
Mango.
Hey. Next.
Nice.
By the way, underneath the rainbow Lego thing, there are a whole bunch of poems, so you could just stand up and grab one of those and read it.
Oh, I want to do that.
The what?
The random poem.
Oh, there's like a random poem generator thing?
I totally want to read a poem. But I'm not going to do it yet.
Okay. I have a poetry book if anyone else has it.
Yeah, go for it. Am I blocking the
I can
camera
pull
here?
up. No, you're good, I guess. I'll pull out a poetry book.
There we go.
I got one that matches my costume. Can you guys tell what I'm dressed as? I'll put on the hood.
Now, Pikachu.
You can say either the English word or the Hawaiian word for it. The Hawaiian word begins with a P, and then the English word is 2 words or 3 words. You guys can't tell? I mean, it's a bird.
You're an owl.
What kind of owl?
A pueo.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, from a local poet, Requiem to a White Owl. Love poems. No, it's a local author, Rufus, who has Rufus Poets Corner next to Wine Sanctuary. There's going to be a new Black Ecstatic there if you want to support some Atlantic individuals. Support the Black Ecstatic. I mean, even if you have problems with Rufus, Black empowerment, Black Lives Matter, solidarity, keeping the money amongst the community. It's tougher for minorities. I don't know, you guys get it. Okay. Let's read a thing. Okay, so I'm going to say some titles. I have not read this. Yeah, these are Rufus's words, so to prevent being canceled, because I am filming myself, I'll begin with Requiem. Requiem. Requiem is a weird word because I associate it with this movie that's a lot about addiction and pretty difficult to watch. But this is Requiem to a White Owl. In her eyes are the tabernacles of the moon's reservoir. Lotus opine, symmetry vertigo, angels earrings snagged. In guilt of mercenaries, the cries of children, bested with the blood of the prophet, her lips are Venetian boats, Parisian sighs, they lead me astray, my legs follow, my heart is a yoke. Her wings cast pasted shadows, the moments are vermilion dreams. The archway to my escape from Armageddon, the line of her flight is the shape of her tears against my chest. I will wait for her to return so she can conquer my soul, cover it with the conscience of the universe, with a child's innocence, with the flowers of the Euphrates that hide behind the dark clouds of my Castilian fears, so she can protect me from forever. There's a range of moss-covered ohias crying for her to rest its limb, give grace to its aspen silver moon. Yeah, I think he's actually a good poet. So, do you guys want to hear more, or do you want me to do like a change of pace? Change of pace? Yeah, that's pretty kind of serious. Okay, this one I've done at the Pahoa Open Mic before. Let me see if I can find it. It's a call and response, so the audience can participate, but it requires that I quickly look it up on my phone, which I know you guys don't like, but I will pull up the thing. This is by one of my friends, a poet. I think they're mainly known as a singer, yeah, I think they're a poet too. I mean, feel free to be as enthusiastic or as non-enthusiastic as you would like. It's called A Cab, a nursery rhyme. For I love you, say, fuck the police. For the fires of heaven, say, fuck the police. Don't say recruitment. Don't say Trotsky. Say, fuck the police. For alarm clock, say fuck the police. For my morning commute, for electoral system, for endless solar wind, say fuck the police. Don't say I have lost understanding of my visions. Don't say that much maligned human faculty. Don't say suicided by society. Say fuck the police. For the movement of the heavenly spheres, say fuck the police. For the moon's bright globe, for the fairy map, say fuck the police. Don't say direct debit. Don't say join the party. Say you are sleeping for the boss and then say fuck the police. Don't say evening rush hour, say fuck the police. Don't say here are the steps I've taken to find my work. Say fuck the police. Don't say tall, skinny latte, please. Say fuck the police. For the Earth's gravitational pull, say fuck the police. For make it new, say fuck the police. All other words are buried there. All other words are spoken there. Don't say spare change. Say fuck the police. Don't say Happy New Year. Say fuck the police. Perhaps say rewrite the calendar. But after that, immediately after that, say fuck the police for the Philosopher's Stone, for royal wedding, for the work of transmutation, for love of beauty, say fuck the police. Don't say, here's my new poem. Say fuck the police, no justice, no peace, and then say fuck the police. And that's my time, guys. So, who's up next? I think I popped a little bit too alliterative, too loud, a little too much on the way. A little bit. Sorry, guys, but hope you enjoyed it. And whoever's on next, please hop up.
Fuck the police.
Fuck the police. The night I performed that at the open mic, there were like 3 cop cars that drove past my truck real quickly.
You could probably put the mic if it's just as loud. The mic itself.
Oh, it won't be that loud.
That was very loud.
It's more like a next thing.
That was shot.
Shandu people, bass line there. I don't actually need the projection.
Yeah, no, you come pre-mic'd.
Yeah.
Okay, these are written by Ethan, and I'm going to read them.
You're not supposed to help me.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Unknown author.
Mystery author. Central mystery author.
20 years ago.
Okay. Could we leave our thoughts behind and think with a different frame of mind? Could we walk away and stay apart from June till the end of May? I don't think we could see. I don't think we could, you see, because I hate thee and thee hates me. Until the end of time, without reason, without rhyme, we are doomed to be each other's eternal enemy. And then this is called Judge Me Not.
What was the first one called?
Unknown. Judge me not by your sight or the length of my height. Judge me not by what you hear or even that of which you fear. Judge me not by my name, for that only shows the fame. Judge me not by my car, for that will take us far. Judge me not by my home, for that is just a thing I own. Judge me not by the truth told here, for a certain point of view is all you hear. Judge me not by the color you see, for that is only one part of me. Judge me not by how I look, judge me how you would a book. Judge me by looking past my eyes, for that is where the true soul hides. Judge me when I'm at my worst, when I'm mad for not getting first. Judge me when I'm at my best, when I feel better than the rest. Judge me for what I do when I'm not sure that you're there too. Judge me by the friends I make and the number of enemies that I take. Judge me on the time we spend when you're with me as a friend. Judge me on how you feel deep inside, you know what's real. Judge me on how you would a book, just open me up and take a look.
Yay.
What?
So, I'm just gonna project. I'm not gonna touch the mic. This one is about one of the best nights of my life. September 11th, 2018, right on. Ceremony. There are no words. Simple and absolute, nothing I write here will even come close to the grace that was bestowed, the sheer joy and pure awareness that was shared, all of the highest paths offered, chosen and crossed, the stories and spirits dodging vengeful, carefully consoling the confused, and absolutely laser focused on the one story that truly mattered, our own. As by universal decree or by some cosmic contract, bled for, written, and burned, we met. One by one, every ancient joint snapped. All old bones broke as we unlocked the unnecessary, flushed out the forgotten, fusing light and music and love and touch. With reckless abandon we rocked, and with the utmost care we were there. In the aftermath, I was unknowingly distraught. The disillusion of the dance floor made us human once more. Is there a word for the subtle sadness losing that which was lost, combined with the insane bliss, compassion, true grit, core, shared symbiotic awakening that was earned, fought for, and manifested in finding it? I ended up in a bed with my best friends, and we laughed until some snored. Too many, but it felt just right. I woke with love. Bathed in sunrise, I kissed the light, and it kissed me back. I will remember that my hair smelled of sacred tobacco, my shirt of sage, and my feet ached of 1,000 dances. We were limitless, wings unfurled and outstretched. I danced at top speed. I danced at slow grind. I danced earth, tasted fire, and leaned so hard into the wind that it finally spoke to me. I can't stop crying. Deep sobs stall this composition from completion. I've never had true tears of joy. Never in my life have I felt such an infinite everything, the perfect alchemic mix of life. Only in a place so raw and vulnerable, so open and ready, could I have achieved, received, and shared so much light. With a single snap in the void, I walk my path again, barefoot and comfortable, soft-spoken and strong, humbly incomplete, and savagely infinite.
Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
And I'm going to read from this book by David White called Consolations, the solace, nourishment, and underlying meaning of everyday words. And I was actually torn between which word to share tonight. But I'm going to start with forgiveness. Forgiveness is a heartache and difficult to achieve because, strangely, it not only refuses to eliminate the original wound, but actually draws us closer to its source. To approach forgiveness is to close in on the nature of the hurt itself, the only remedy being, as we approach its raw center, to reimagine our relation to it. It may be that the part of us that was struck and hurt can never forgive, and that strangely, forgiveness never arises from the part of us that was actually wounded. The wound itself may be the part of us incapable of forgetting, and perhaps not actually meant to forget, as if, like the foundational dynamics of the physiological immune system, our psychological defenses must remember and organize against any future attacks. After all, the identity of the one who must forgive is actually founded on the very fact of having been wounded. Stranger still, it is that wounded, branded, unforgetting part of us that eventually makes forgiveness an act of compassion rather than one of simply forgetting. To forgive is to assume a larger identity than the person who was first hurt, to mature and bring to fruition an identity that can put its arm not only around the afflicted one within, but also around the memories seared within us by the original blow, and through a kind of psychological virtuosity, extend our understanding to one who first delivered it. Forgiveness is a skill, a way of preserving clarity, sanity, and generosity in an individual life. A beautiful way of shaping the mind to a future we want for ourselves. An admittance that if forgiveness comes through understanding, and if understanding is just a matter of time and application, then we might as well begin forgiving right at the beginning of any drama, rather than put ourselves through the full cycle of festering, incapacitation, reluctant healing, and eventual blessing. To forgive is to put oneself in a larger gravitational field of experience than the one that first seemed to hurt us. We reimagine ourselves in the light of our maturity, and we reimagine the past in the light of our new identity, allowing ourselves to be gifted by a story larger than the story that first hurt us and left us bereft. At the end of life, the wish to be forgiven is ultimately the chief desire of almost every human being. In refusing to wait, in extending forgiveness to others now, we begin the long journey of becoming the person who will be large enough, able enough, and generous enough to receive, at the very end, that absolution ourselves.
Hey everybody, Mars here. I'm not sure I want the mic. I like ran up here because what Michelle read, the forgiveness passage by David White, gave rise to me on March 18th, an entire series of alchemical poems. And so hearing that brought me back to when I was listening to David White read that in bed, and then decided to write my first poem. So I'm going to share a few of them, because they're pretty short. Gah! Life seems so serious. Morning routine's practically delirious. Heavy-handed, my approach is imperious. Let's soften. Say 3 times the word mysterious. Rah! I feel emotional crappiness. Morning when life's purpose was just happiness, to be like a maple tree and sappiness. What's the source of this dissatisfactoriness? Daylight saving time, that's to blame. I'm getting up later than I am. And since productive perfection is my game, clearly there's some impulse I must tame. What was the boast again? If you can name it, you can tame it. But zoom out, that's the same shit. Trying to control, get a grip a bit, but life's saying, submit, submit. What if I let go, spread my wings, see the joke, laugh at these attempts to control the flow? Okay, winds of fortune, what direction do you want to blow? Take me to the gym so I can do cardio. Take me to that place inside me where I just know. The field beyond right and wrong, let go and let's go. Trust today, doesn't matter what inner critics say. The light is here for you and me. Go forth in presence may you steep. This was the morning of March 28th. Fluff, I'm a silly goat. All scraggly, bleeding out objections, fighting the morning fog. If I was human, I'd build a boat, all happily calling out navigations, scribbling adventures into the captain's log. Goats can swim, boats can float. I'm gonna flow through these waters. My knee just needs kneading. My heart just needs heating. And the mind, the rando thinking, meh, don't give it special meaning. Here I am today, a sovereign being. Can't always spell sovereign, hee hee, but I can laugh, fart, bike, drive, love, flap, dance, and be dreaming. Yeah. And
Rando meaning.
yeah, I want to share one more that is from this land. Those were like Florida land, and this feels so different to me. Waking up on the Ina. It's called To Earth. To Earth is how I feel, like the uncountable perfect raindrops of this morning's refreshing drizzle. Clear and impartial, the rain knows where it's going, cleansed and cleansing, homeward bound. To earth, my tender knees kneel in reverence of stillness and satisfaction. Gravity anchors me in ecstatic prayer. Full and grateful, I know where I'm living and loving, giving and receiving, home now. To earth, I journeyed far to be here now. Soft wet grass under my feet, insinuating mysteries not meant for solving. A bird flies by, enthusiastic and dutiful, bringing twigs to construct its nest. Bit by bit, home emerges, twig by twig, proudly free. Thank you.
Was your first poem ever written?
In a while, yeah. In a while.
How's this, Annabelle? I'm adjusting the bass here, especially for you. Is that better?
More bass, right?
Your voice sounds good.
So let us not forget all the birthday people in the house. Whose birthday is it this
Who's
week?
been born?
How about this week? Oh, we got Tam in the house. Who's that in the back, way back there?
Got a tongue.
Johnny.
So for all you birthday people, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. And to Annabelle, so sweet, so kind, so beautiful, so graceful, so strong, so loyal, such a good friend. For you, I now compose this poem, which is quite a stretch for me. I've got kind of a mental block about poetry since I was a little wee one. Roses are red, but when Annabelle blushes, those cheeks are redder. I see some good dancers in the house tonight, but when dancing for fun, Annabelle is better. So strong, so bold, let it be told of Annabelle's heart of gold. And if you ever need a hug, she got one strong stranglehold. I could go on all night, but Annabelle is humble, and I'm afraid if I go too long, she might scratch and bite.
Johnny.
Alright, it's me. I'm gonna take this thing off the microphone. How do you even take it off?
You need to walk.
Yeah.
Man needs to move.
You gotta move around. You know, I'm doing haiku, so it's not gonna be real long. We don't have very much mic cord either. Not a lot of room to walk around. It's okay. Don't have to cruise around the whole house. I can just stay right here. It's probably best that way anyway. Everybody's looking up this way. It's smart. This is the spot to be. Okay, I wrote this poem probably 15 minutes ago. Right before Gabriel did his.
Yeah.
It's a haiku, so if you want to keep track of the syllables on your own, play the haiku home game, you can.
What's the numbers again?
575.
575.
There we go.
Okay. And we got new people here. David's here now. Yeah. Alright, so the poem goes like this. Every cell in me sees every cell in you, even without glasses.
I got another haiku. So it's literally right here. Haikus are easy, but sometimes they don't make sense. Refrigerator. I'm Tiare, and what I want to share today is a card that my good friend pulled, Passion of the Wild Red Mother, from the Rumi Oracle deck. And the reason why I want to share it is because this friend has cancer. And when he pulled this card, it like shifted his whole world to follow the guidance of what this Passion of the Wild Red Mother that Rumi speaks of. So I'm going to share that, and I have to put the light on. It says, bring me your unreasonableness, your insanity, your love without reason, and your passion. The passion that makes you crazy and shooes all logical restraint from your mind. Leave your ordered thoughts, sensible plans, and appropriate attire at my door. Put on your animal fur and sing to me in gibberish. When my beautiful goats die, I make drums for their skins and their spirits live on in my passionate play. When my birds drop their feathers, I gather them and put them in my hair. Come drum with me as I place feathers in your hair and we honor the spirits of my animals, of your animal nature too, wild and free as you are in truth. Stick your tongue out and growl at those who try to tame you with guilt, shame, and fear. Do you think I give a damn for any of their silly games? Those games of reason and logic, of course you should do it this way, they say. It makes sense. But I care not for what makes sense, I care for what brings you alive. So by reading that, I'm like calling in for him to come to Hawaii and get healing and be part of our whole wild community. I've told him that. I really see him coming here and really embodying that passion of the wild divine mother, and that's what I'm calling in for today. And I told him I'd read that today for him and just bring a little piece of him over here and into all of your hearts too. So I also pray for you guys if you'll pray for him too to follow that passion, because he's on fire. But this island will give even more fire to his healing. So thank you.
What's his name?
TK, thank you. TK, Tyler Slack. He's a DJ too, so maybe he can come play. Thank you.
You don't. That's fine. You don't need it if you don't.
No.
Yay!
Hey.
Hi, Tyler.
Hi. Mostly here because I'm a little nervous. Some of you might know me as the grape feeder.
What? That's what missed out.
Others know me as Rose. I'm off duty right now. There's still some grapes over there. But the one rule is that you can't feed yourself the grapes. Just feed you the grapes. They're much better. Random page 99. Nail biter. Some people manicure their nails. Some people trim them neatly. Some people keep them filed down. I bite them off completely. Yes, it's a nasty habit, but before you start to scold, remember, I have never, ever scratched a single soul.
Nailed it.
Next poet.
Yay.
Yeah.
What? So upset about it.
I don't mean to cut you off.
It is your birthday after all. Hello. I'm gonna sit. My name is Leaf, and I'm here from Minneapolis, Minnesota, here for Embody Fest. And it's pretty excellent.
Yep.
Glad to be celebrating your birthday tonight, Annabelle. Glad to be here with you all in this beautiful house. I want to share just two short poems that I'm pulling from Gothima Roba's social media. He is a resident in Golden Valley where I live, and he works at the library, and he's a wonderful poet. And so, this is one of his, and it goes like this. The way you are put here in earth is the same way the moon is put out on the sky. You may not be aware, but you too are shining in 1,000 invisible ways. And this is a sweet one. This was written by a 6-year-old. So this is his introduction. Children are mystics. We need to listen to them more often for guidance and inspiration. They speak directly from their heart. Rafi, our 6-year-old, gave me permission to post this poem she wrote today. I hope it will touch you. Blessings. You are more than the things you own. The most important thing is to be yourself.
Snaps.
Shel Silverstein's a favorite author. That was
Yay.
So I almost wrote a poem about being 29. Maybe I'll write it when I'm 30, which will happen in, that happened 11 minutes ago. I almost wrote a poem about that, but the notes are there. It'll happen later. And surprisingly enough, I haven't written poems since I moved to this island, and I think I could write such better things than I wrote a year ago, but they haven't happened because I've been so busy enjoying everything else about life to sit down and write. But I will. So I'm just gonna share something old.
That one.
Okay. Out of breath. Out of breath. Breathe deeper. Take it in. This life happens once. One time in this body. One touch is all it takes to enter a new world. To change the path of life that flows like a river. A river split by rocks, rushing down waterfalls, soaking into the earth, creating new life. This life happens once. One time in this body. Every moment is a choice leading to the next. Each moment looks like a small image of the whole, but truly, the only thing that is real is the moment. Is this moment. Is this body. Is this touch. Is this breath. Is this.
Meow meow meow. Meow meow meow. Meow meow. Meow.
Ocean cat.
So I didn't know Shel Silverstein was your favorite, but I also really loved him growing up. So I saw this on a shelf. Oh, is it awesome? Yeah. Oh, cute. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I'll read 3 short ones. Are you ready? Yes. This one's called Me Stew. I have nothing to put in me stew, you see. Not a bone or a bean or a black-eyed pea. So I'll just climb into the pot to see if I can make a stew out of me. I'll put some pepper and salt and I'll sit in the bubbling water. I won't scream a bit. I'll sing while I simmer, I'll smile while I'm stewing. I'll taste myself often to see how I'm doing. I'll stir me around with this big wooden spoon and serve myself up at 1:45. So bring out your stew bowls, your gobblers and snacks. Farewell, and I hope you enjoy me with crackers. Okay. The land of happy. Have you been to the land of happy? Where everyone's happy all day, where they joke and they sing of the happiest things, and everything's jolly and gay. There's no one unhappy in happy. There's laughter and smiles galore. I have been to the land of happy. What a bore.
3 stars.
3 stars.
3 stars.
And then the last one I'll read is called Forgotten Language. This one really touches my inner child and the elemental fairy, watery plant, mushroom beings in me, and maybe it'll touch it in you. Once I spoke. Okay, let's think about the voice first. Let's sing this one. Once I spoke the language of the flowers. Once I understood each word the caterpillar said. Once I smiled in secret at the gossip of the starlings and shared a conversation with the housefly in my bed. Once I heard and answered all the questions of the crickets and joined the crying of each falling, dying flake of snow. Once I spoke the language of the flowers. How did it go? How did it go? This is what the grandfather in the Princess Bride did. Anyone else want to read that if you go right there? Does anyone else want to read one from there? I'll be holding it.
That's so great. Yay, so good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna go because I feel kind of not sick, but I have hay fever right now, so I'm like a little congested. But this isn't a poem. This is a rap. I'm Gordon Xavier, by the way.
Hey, Gordon.
Aloha. Yeah, this isn't a poem. I'm gonna share it in a poem kind of style. It's more of a rap. It's called Spirits Unlimited. Spirits Unlimited. See how I'm living them, switching positions and giving them sentences. Pivoting visions with mystical lyrics. I'm feeling the rhythm and hearing the wisdom. That's coming from source. I'm coming with force. I come from the stars without new wars. I'm doing my mantras. I'm finding my peace. I conquer my monsters. I leave them destroyed. And all of the people can see that I'm working. I'm constantly shedding. I'm constantly learning. I'm using discernment. I lift up the curtain and nothing is sweeter than what pages start turning. I said nothing is sweeter than what pages start turning. Nothing is sweeter than what pages start turning. I've been calling on Jesus to piece me together and lead me to genius so all of us burn up. All of the pain that keeps us in chains, not using our brain, just brewing in shame. You looking for change, but you walling away like every day you staying the same. Like, damn, what you gonna do? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna be? All of these questions you better find answers to. You can be stuck in the same damn place. Cause spirits unlimited. See how I'm living. I'm switching positions and giving them sentences. Pivoting visions with mystical lyrics. I'm feeling the rhythm and hearing the wisdom that's coming from source. Coming with force. I come from the stars without any walls. I'm doing my mantras. I'm finding my peace. I conquer my monsters. I leave them destroyed. What are you sampling for? You've been handed more. Go all in. Gonna have to give it back to God anyway, so you might as well let it all go. Your attachments got your ass straight spazzing. Need to relax so attraction can happen. It's simple. Cleanse your mental. For me, I hop on instrumentals. Real gentle, I vent to God by all I've been through. Then stress, leave all my tissues. Then I blast off like I'm a missile. Cause spirits unlimited, see how I'm living. I'm switching positions and giving them sentences. Vivid visions with mystical lyrics. I'm feeling the rhythm and hearing the wisdom that's coming from the source. And the voice like come from the stars, on new wars. Leading my mantras, I'm finding my peace. Counting my monsters, I leave. Spirits unlimited, see how I'm living. I'm switching positions and giving them sentences. Vivid visions with mystical lyrics. I'm feeling the rhythm and hearing the wisdom that's coming from the source. Coming with voice like come from the stars, on new wars. Leading my mantras, I'm finding my peace. Conquer my monsters, I live and destroy it. Can I do one more? Yeah! I'm gonna read this one. I have not looked at this in a long time. Y'all know that song, Ain't Nobody Fresh As Me? I made a little spiritual remix to it. Yeah. Okay, so it goes like, maybe I can use it for this. Ain't nobody fresh as me. How's that sound? Yeah. Does it sound better when I come out here? Okay. Okay, how do I adjust this thing? Mics make me nervous when I hold a mic. Anybody else get that experience? You know, like when you hold the mic, it's like, all right, now you're amplified. Everybody can hear you now, you know.
Yeah. Can we pull up the karaoke version of that song and you can rap to that?
No. Okay, here we go. Ain't nobody fresh as me. I'm just so fresh and clean. Ain't nobody fresh as me. I'm just so fresh and clean. Clean as a whistle. The being unconditional. Dream real simple. I'ma lean on spirit till I see my vision. Most people tripping. They don't seem to listen. Fear interfere with the clear intention and they seem to miss the point of their whole existence. Don't even know their mission. Lost in the sauce in the darkness, heart's been off its rhythm. But hey, I get it. Oh, I really get it. I use these words to affirm, turn pages, new position. I said, ain't nobody fresh as me. I'm just so fresh and clean. Ain't nobody fresh as me. I'm just so fresh and clean. Breathing, being, believing, dreams that seem to need my pristine being. Hoping to open the emotions that grow me and keep me reaching for his kingdom. Been aching and breaking my back for the map. Looking for love, but find attachment. Took in the puff, I hooked on the buzz. When push come to shove, can't eat this plastic. I need real. And this world ain't real. God, keep me filled. It's only you are real. Cause ain't nobody fresh as you. You're just so fresh and clean, clean. Ain't nobody fresh as you. You're just so fresh and clean. Yeah. Album be in stores here soon, you know, so just keep a lookout.
Anyone? Going in. Awesome.
I'm Sunshine. Hi.
Hey.
Hi. Alright, so I don't have a poem, but I have a reminder. From our friend Byron Katie. I discovered that when I believed my thoughts, I suffered. But when I didn't believe them, I didn't suffer. And that this is true for every human being. Freedom is as simple as that. I found that suffering is optional. I found a joy within me that has never disappeared, not for a single moment. That joy is in everyone, always.
Yay!
Oh yeah, Jenny!
Yes, okay. So I have two poems this evening. And we'll start with love and then we'll end with nonsense. That's perfect. So the first is E.E. Cummings.
Yay!
Somewhere I have never traveled, gladly beyond any experience. Your eyes have their silence. In your slightest look are things which enclose me or which I cannot touch because they are too near. Your slightest close easily encloses me as spring opens gently, touching skillfully, mysteriously her first rose. Or, if your wish be to close me, I and my life will shut very beautifully, suddenly, as when the heart of this flower imagines the snow carefully everywhere descending. Nothing which we are to perceive in this world equals the power of your intense fragility, whose texture compels me with the color of its countries, rendering death and forever with each breathing. I do not know what it is about you that opens and closes. Only something in me understands the voice of your eyes is deeper than all roses. Nothing, not even the rain, has such small hands. And now for some Lewis Carroll. 'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy where the barrow goes, and the momrads outgrabe. Beware the jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the jubjub bird, and shun the frumiest bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand, long time the man's own foe he sought. So rested he by the tum-tum tree, and stood a while in thought. And as in uffish thought he stood, the jabberwock with eyes of flame came whiffling through the tulgey wood and burbled as it came. 1-2, 1-2, and through the vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. Hast thou slain the jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy, O frab your stay, calloo, callay, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe, all mimsy where the bar goes, and the momrads outgrabe.
Yay. I got one, but it's not mine. This is Marielle Joliska. He is absolute freedom, and she is absolute love. Love found herself rejected by freedom, and freedom found himself imprisoned by love. And love without freedom is attachment, and freedom without love is escape. They turned away from each other, both searching for enlightenment outside their own shadow and pain. And both love and freedom felt lonely, and they didn't feel received. Because love is nothing without freedom, and freedom is nowhere without love. But love needs to dive deep on her own, and freedom needs to show up for himself. To remember the truth of who they are and connect to their own sacred source. And instead of falling apart, they are falling together in unity.
I have a good one to follow that, so that's my turn.
Your name?
How does that sound?
Hey.
I'm Sky. Hi.
Hey, Sky.
My heart is beating so fast.
You got this, Sky.
Really Reading my own poems is like getting naked in front of you all.
Take it off.
Do
Just know that's how I feel. I have two, so bear with me. It will take some time to to get to know you. You may wait in line. I live my life free. Spare me all the words showing that you lack awareness of my world. I may turn my back. Give more affection, drop all the nonsense. Love is an action, a verb with no pretense. I choose myself now, forever in peace, harmony and love, among big red trees. I am your mirror, your love, your reflection, quick to lust for me. I don't need attention. I run with the wind, dance among the leaves, laugh with the sparrows, sweet flowers and bees. I dance with humans, play, laugh, and sing too. Nature is my wife. I might marry you too. The moments we have just can't make you whole. Experience love deep within your soul. You see it in me, I see it in you. Look in the mirror, you are the light too. See yourself free from lies of attraction. I don't have answers, I'm a distraction. Go marry your soul. Nurture that love more. May you become whole. It's you adore.
Crawling out of my skin. Okay, so I really want to do this because I'm here at Embody Fest for the
Yay.
I live on Maui, so it's really fun to be on Big Isle with you guys.
Right on.
It's really cool. I haven't spent much time out here yet. And somehow I don't get island fever over there. Okay, I read this one last night to the crew, so I want to read it to all of you. And so I invite you to close your eyes and imagine you're on the dance floor. And if you're not much of a dancer, just try anyway. I wrote this after ecstatic dance like really clicked for me. So this was like 8 years ago. Moving slowly, flowing freely, my feet dancing, feeling steady. Gliding carefully, noticing each body, smiling, watching, responding, reacting. Functioning normally, looking internally, sharing, touching, seeing openly, peering deeply, loving purely, weaving musically, shifting gratefully, challenging feelings, stepping pensively, heavily weighing, kinetically speaking, stepping cautiously, noticing patiently, breathing thoroughly, rocking wildly, pausing, listening, sensing, bodily, creating, developing, happily centering, rooting mortally, releasing conformity, authentically breaking, freshly contracting, diving curiously, stretching, morphing, shape-shifting, flying, leaping effortlessly, knowing universally, laughing consciously, breaking, shattering, freeing softly, whispering reality, speaking boldly, jumping, transcending humanity.
Yeah, Ethan.
Testing.
Yeah.
So, I was feeling cute one day, you know, and I was like, let's write a poem about a flower. Taste my aroma. Feel my hues. Pick me up. Whatever you choose. Because no matter what, I will always say, I love.
Yeah.
And so this next one I wrote, I was reading the Tao Te Ching. And I was like, okay, I'm picking up on what this guy Lao Tzu's putting down.
Yeah, yo, brother.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Lao Tzu. Yeah, shout out to Lao Tzu.
And there's a weird one I was like coming across, and I was like, okay, if you're useless, you won't be used. Maybe that's not the right thing to do. So I was like, alright, let's be of use to myself at least, and write this damn poem. So it's a set of 3 haikus, and it's titled Mountain Tea. Your vessel is still, and your reflection can be seen. Then truth soon follows. Your vessel empty, and your cover is open. Then your cup soon fills. Your vessel has filled, and your abundance is known. Then thirst is soon quenched. And so my last poem doesn't require me to read from a phone. I try and read the interstitial molecules in the space in front of me. And so a lot of poems are written from the heart to move the heart. But this poem is from another planet or something. And it moves bodies. Okay, here's a freestyle. Here we go.
Yeah.
And not even a drop of spray up here.
strategically tried to not do my spit snares. Those ones they missed.
Come back to follow.
Tasty. Tasty.
Yeah, right. I got a palate cleanser.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, you got some stuff. Great balls.
I got
All right, here's the haiku I wrote. I wrote it about 4.5 minutes ago. Again, just count the syllables. You know, just make sure I'm on track. I don't want to be claiming haiku if it's not a haiku. It's going to get that. Haiku's probably going to get mad, right? Don't want to get any bad emails. Got lost in your eyes, and only you can find me, because you are looking. Hey, boom, there we go. Hi.
Hey. Hey, hey, hey.
So, I meant to write a poem earlier today, but then I got really stoned.
Meant to
So
write
this
a
has been
poem.
percolating in my mind all day, and I'm just gonna let it come to me as it wants to right now. Oh, because I only have a few more days to be 38. In 2 days, it will be April 28th. What an amazing date, filled with fate. April 28th. What a wonder, this number, counting down my years of slumber. 38. I became an Avenger and a Jedi Master because I can lift more and run faster than the average guy. Look up in the sky and see me fly by. Anything lost, I can find because I'll look in your eyes and read your mind. 38. I got to spend it with my mate. More sunshine. She's not really mine. She's her own beautiful divine. What a line. She sure is fine. I really enjoy when I get to hit it from behind.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Just take a look at that ass. It's like, you could teach a whole class. Anyway, 38. Yeah. Who knows what 39 has in store? I hope more awesomeness galore. I'm out.
Anyone else, or should we call it a night for the poetry?
We have at least one more.
I could do
More?
one interactive storytelling thing.
All right.
Yours last. Did you want to go?
Yeah,
Okay.
Go on. Please jump up.
I got one after you.
Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Costume change.
My name's Alexis. Okay. Let's ready for it. Once upon a time, I wasn't sure which way was up. Swimming deep into the water, into the dark abyss of the deep Mother Ocean. The plankton guiding me through the glittery glow of the hope that is deep inside all of us. I can hear the sirens calling me, the mermaids surrounding me and singing her song, whispering it into my ear, telling me to remember who I am. As the mermaids cry their deep call to my heart, I remember my karma. I remember my pain, I remember my story. I scream. The mermaids surround me. I feel my body being pulled in one direction while my mind is pulled in another. I feel the bubbles of the water filling up at my nose, my throat, my eyes, my ears. I'm sinking deeper. I hit the bottom of the ocean floor and boom, the sand makes a cloud around me, glitter sparkling everywhere. I look up, I see the sun shining. I see the sun shining through down to the seafloor. I scream again. More bubbles. Can anyone hear me? I close my eyes and accept the end. As I let go, my body starts to float back up to the surface. I float. I stay afloat, even though I already sunk. I see light, the sunshine reminding me that there's always another way. I keep floating back to the surface. I get to the top and I am given the breath of life. Ha! The source itself breathed breath back into me, and I was lifted. My spine stretched, my body contorted, and my mind unlocked. I am free, I am me, and I always will be.
Yeah, we're gonna have you go last for the light thing.
Okay, cool.
Sure. All right. So this is less a poem and more of like a song. And this is for a certain someone. Oh. I'm in love with a hippie girl. She blends in with the real world. In the evening she fits perfectly, moonlit with just a bed sheet. Full heart with her wings wide, she's connected to her third eye. Walking barefoot on the sidewalk, constantly relearning what she's been taught. Swimming naked on Baker Beach, everything is within her reach. Moving with what only God knows, she dances with her eyes closed. Just her smile inspires poetry, a bright spirit of pure energy. Wild hair in the sunset, I've been blessed since the day we met.
So I could do an interactive story if you guys want, where people besides just the birthday people get to take a little gift with them. But it requires that I kill most of the ambient lighting, at least in this half of the room.
If you want to get the one behind you.
So do I just pull a plug? Like, what do I?
Do you want the speaker lights out?
Yeah, I don't really need like any of the sound or anything. I just pull, right?
I can get the other ones. You can get that one.
Okay, cool. And I just need the thing to sit on, and then probably like this thingy. I'm just gonna temporarily move this thingy. Do you know whose this is?
Oh, here.
Okay.
Just a second, I'm just gonna test.
So, oh yeah, that's very dark. Okay, that's the amount of darkness that I need. So, appreciate you guys humoring me. I tested out, so most of you, I don't think, have seen this story yet. I tested out with the Keiki at Sanctuary of the Blue Dragon. They seem to enjoy it, but kids have a very easy threshold for enjoyment. Like you could literally just dangle some keys in front of them, I think, and they derive stuff. You know, like, kids are easy. You guys are kind of more discerning. Maybe. I don't know, I think it's a very high talent market.
Yes.
Okay, so it's called The Legend of the Light, and I will tell you when to kill the light. Is one more. Okay. Okay, and then this is it. Okay, so as long as I know where most things are. This is here, this is here, this is here. Okay, and you could probably kill the lights. So, the Legend of the Light is basically how I feel about our inner radiance.
Fuck the police.
Like fuck the police, but sometimes it can be abrasive. I mean, I pop on the mic, and it can be kind of a bit distracting, or blinding, and just a little unpleasant. So sometimes we need to simmer ourselves down, kind of dim it down a little bit, tone it down. But sometimes when we dim this radiance of ours, this unique light that makes us special, even when it flickers under pressure, even when it transmutes to something different, something fiery, something passionate, seeking retribution like Pele, Tutu Pele, seeking calmness and devastation and rebirth on the island. This light that shines within us can cause tension. There's so many of us here sitting in community, side by side, but sometimes opposing. And when I see this tension amongst my friends, when they sit not in Pono Pono, but Ho Pono Pono, blinking like two cyclopses on the battlefield, I feel they build up this wall of petty grievances, pebbles in the great tide of the ocean, just tumbling until they are blind to each other. And I gather, we sit and gather, for they are in Ho'oponopono, and we want to be in Pono. We sit and we gather the elders who shine brightly, almost as bright as the stars. We sit and gather the medicine men, the healers, the singers, the seamstresses, the fishwives, and we gather together to hold those accountable and protect the light that we share, that even when dimmed and all seems lost, we gather, so whoever wants to gather can come up. And I want you to try to break down this wall between my friends, for their lights get snuffed out, and all that's left is the rubble. So we have one glowy one. The other ones kind of glow eventually, but I don't know. It's like a light trick. And also, if you like glow stones, I am making a. You guys can clap if you want. Anyone is welcome to take a glow stone. Maybe we leave the two glowy ones for Annabelle and Gray Balls. It's your guys' birthday. You guys can. I don't know. That's what I know him as. And then these other ones, I promise, Professor Gray Balls, if you nasty. And these other ones, you guys can, these ones are so the whole thing is I bought these, so I spent actual money on these, and I'm trying to build a giant glow-in-the-dark altar. One, where there's a memorial to someone that I vaguely know, but not super closely, who died in a motorcycle accident, and they've already built a pretty nice shrine to him. And then another one that is a medicine wheel, possibly with alien kind of Cullian elements at Uncle Robert's near Kaimu. So I would say 50% of proceeds from buying these things goes to building a giant one out on the lava, if you just want that to exist. Okay, that's it. And hope you guys enjoyed the story. Feel free to, Professor.
Stay where they are for a second.
Yeah. So they all glow, they just kind of quiet.
Annabelle, you were born.
We're gonna need your.
I guess I should get up.
Today you were born.
What? They all glow. What you're able to show you how to you use them in sunlight or bright LEDs. But yeah, like, you can have a birthday for most I'm asking like $500.
Today you were born.
But you can have them.
Today you were born, so grateful for the gift of you. So grateful for the gift of
Close your eyes, close your eyes.
What it is it's a natural.
This is
a carrot cake at Annabelle's request. It has cream cheese and all the delicious bad things for you, and hazelnuts and maybe walnuts. So.
And jalapenos.
I think there's 4 chocolate vegan cupcakes also. Cut them up into.
And I have vegan cashew cheesecake as well.
Yes.
I got 2 vegan.
Boom.